would like to support Mr. Nadler's amendment, and the concern is that there are a number of states, at least 12 states, that do not require a permit to carry a concealed gun in public. And just to demonstrate the concerns that states that do have requirements may have, for example, in the state of Idaho, to get a concealed weapons permit, no safety training is required. No live fire experience is required. There's no requirement that the individual be 21 years old. There's no requirement that the person has no convictions of being a stalker. So in Idaho, you could have a conviction for being a stalker, be given a concealed carry permit, and then go into another state, and that state could have a prohibition against being a stalker and having a concealed carry permit, but they would have to honor that permit. In Idaho, there's no requirement that the person does not have a conviction for a crime of violence. In Idaho, there's no requirement that the person has no history of abusive dating partners or domestic violence. And also in Idaho, there's no requirement that the person not have multiple drunk driver or driving under the influence convictions. And so essentially, we are telling states who are responsible in the requirements that they place on their concealed carry permits that doesn't matter anymore if another state wants to have the lowest possible standards where no safety training is required, no live fire experience is required, no requirement of how old you can be, and that you could even be a convicted stalker. You now have to allow that person to carry a weapon in your state. Of course, I think this is a breach of many of the norms and constitutional requirements for states' rights, but I think it's really a community's right to want to protect itself from dangerous individuals and not accept another community's oversight or lack of any standards. And so that is my concern. I think that's why so many people here today are concerned. And so I do support the amendment, and I know other amendments are going to be put forward that will address this. But unless we clean this up, we are reducing every community in America to the lowest common denominator as far as standards for concealed carry laws.